Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can all hear me this afternoon. It's a beautiful day. It's a wonderful day. And I am honored to be sharing with you this afternoon from our studio here in New York City and New Jersey. I am so grateful that it's the first edition of our Adekoya show. And I am very sure that with the support of all of you, of course, we will be able to make a difference in the media industry. Yes, of course, the objective of Adekoya show, it's about sharing knowledge, discussing with one another so that we can be vast in the things that we listen to on social media or that we read in some tabloid or newspaper or whatever you want to call it. This is not an indictment of any media platform or any presenters, bloggers, vloggers, and what have you. But we are just bringing a new dimension, a new knowledge platform where we can discuss legal analysis of things that is happening around us globally, where we can talk about social issues that is pertaining to our family, friends, and maybe our nation, our states, and our community. This is very important thing for us to do so that we can actually understand what is going on and be part of the solution, but not the problem. A lot of people on social media being an instigator or promoter of violence and instability across the globe. But is that the right thing that people in the media should be doing? I don't think so, because we should be a promoter and distributor of good news. That does not mean you can't tell the story the way it is, but you just have to be diligent to make sure that what you're presenting or what you're talking about is not contrary to the fact. Because when you mislead people and present information that is not factual and that's not been vetted, there is a tendency and the opportunity of you misleading someone that might cause them to incite violence or riots or unnecessary protest. So we that are on the media, whatever the name of your space may be, I think it is important for us to try as much as possible to make sure that what we're bringing to our viewers and our listeners are things that is going to be gratifying to the soul and things that is going to help their daily life and living. So on this program of today, it's the first edition of Ask Adekoya. What does that simply mean? It means you can come on this platform unbiased, undiscriminated against, with whatever question that you may have, which is in line with what our segment is about. Here at Ask Adekoya segment, we will be talking more about, like I said before, legal analysis of issues that we don't understand how it works, why and why not. Social issues pertaining to family, friends, loved one, community, our states, our nation. And most importantly, we have to be abreast and keep ourselves informed about the difference between faith and culture, which is the most divisive subject on planet Earth. A lot of people have taken faith to the extreme, and a lot of people have misunderstood culture. Between faith and culture, it's totally two different things. And until we have the knowledge, until we're able to differentiate faith and culture, we will still be caught up in that web of lack of knowledge. And finally, we will be talking about business initiatives, empowerments of our girl child, women, youths, knowledge from professionals who have been very successful in that areas of life, and people who are looking into going into whether it's a local business or international business. But mind you, whether you're talking about business, be local or international, we're now in a global space. Everything is at the click of our keyboard. We can find every information and we can do whatever we want to do. Distance is no longer a factor. Distance becomes a factor where you're expecting a delivery of a product or parcel. Then it takes about, few days to get to you. That's the only difference that we are experiencing in the world of today. Nothing can happen when it comes to business. Nothing can happen within the click of a finger in a minute. No, it takes time and it takes procedures, most especially if it comes to international business. There are a lot of people that wants to venture into business, but don't know where to start from or how to do it. And there are some people who are already progressing in their local area with their business. But the time now is for them to look how they can expand their business and bring it to the global platform where they can attract more business partners, more buyers, and more people who can help in funding of their business so that they can compete on a global platform. That's where we are now. We're in the technology age where we should be trying our possible best to help one another to get better, not tearing down one another, not belittling one another, not criticizing one another, but to come together and reason, and find a common ground, how we can work, how we can coexist, and how we can support each other. I think the time is now, and I think that's all we need. So on this platform, expect progress. If you're not a progressive team player, this is not where you belong. But if you know you want to be progressive and you want to help your community and you want to bring the truth to light and you want to talk about justice and injustice, you want to talk about prosperity, you want to talk about education, you want to talk about the job market, yes, this is where you belong. There is no monopoly of knowledge, but we can all share to better each other. So once again, this is the debut edition of Ask Adekoya. So I am your host, Dr. Prince A.Z.K. Adekoya, and I'm looking forward to asking and answering your question to the best of my knowledge, as far as they fall into those categories that we analyze, which is the legal analysis, social issues, faith and culture, business, and many more. So you are once again welcome. If you are part of this today debut edition, I say congratulations to you because you did not despise small beginning. That's why you're here. Like I said, there is no monopoly of knowledge, but we can all share what we have instead of going to the grave with what you have. You may have something that someone is looking for. You may have an idea. You may have been through things that other people are looking into venturing into. So you know the fall and you know the success. So you can share your knowledge, your opinion are welcome, of course. Everybody do have a right to their own opinion. Opinions are welcome. But expect that this program will be dominated with facts and knowledge. Opinion can be, hey, why not? Opinion is opinion. However, we want to bring the story to you. We want to talk about this as it is, not talk about it to incite violence, create protests, or disagreement with one another. So I am very honored and humble to be your host on this Ask Adekoya segment. I'm looking forward to more support from you. Shortly after this, we had proposed that our segment will only last about 40 minutes at the most. We're going to try as much as possible to keep to that. But before our 40 minutes runs out, I don't believe in a one-way street. I believe that we can all benefit from one another if we allow one to express their opinion and also allow one to ask a question about something that is not clear to them. Please, 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 if you're coming on this platform, you are welcome with the love of God, and your opinion, your fact will be respected. And we just want you to keep it like that. We have so many things going on around the world today, and so many information that is being disseminated across the social media platform. that is getting some people into ridiculous trouble that they don't deserve. However, you reap what you sow. You get what you get out of whatever you listen to. But I'm going to suggest to you and pray that your mindset will lean towards positive initiative that will better you, your family, and humanity, and most importantly, to the edification of God. Whatever your belief is your belief. We are respecter of every faith and religion, as you want to call it. We will respect that. But let us come to this platform with fact and things that make sense, not something that can create problem for one another. So that's why we are here. So I welcome your question at any time, and by the special grace of God, I will do my best to answer your question to the best of my ability. And if I'm not in a position to answer whatever question you pose to me, you can always call us at the number that is right on our screen. I'm sure some of you can see that number on our screen right now. You can call us and we will be glad to answer your question. So the number to call, it's a 929-600-3147. 929-600-3147. That line is not open now, so be patient until that line is open. Then you can call in to ask your question, and we do our best to answer as many questions as we can. And if your question is not answered, please bear with us. We will try to reach out to you, whether by text or by WhatsApp, to make sure that we answer your question. Otherwise, if it's a topic or something that we have to deal with extensively, we could make your questions a segment of its own, whereby we're going to address that issue. We can bring in our experts on other topics that we need to really delve into deeply. We can bring them on this platform so that we can basically know the truth about it. Because if we know the truth, we can head the right direction without any guilty of mind. So that is why we're here. So once again, I say welcome to every one of you that is watching us on YouTube live. And we look forward to more of you. We look forward to your contribution on this platform. This is a platform of discussion. This is a platform of discussion where we can bring issue and address the issue and look at the expert advice and opinion on the matter. But make sure that what you're bringing, it's factual. There's so many things going on around the globe, and we don't want to be another media platform that is contributing to the violence and death, possibly, of some other people because of misinformation. And always remember that knowledge is power. However, there is no monopoly of knowledge. So thank you, everyone, for being with us this afternoon. And thank you for listening to the first edition of Ask Adekoya. I am humble, and it is my honor to be with you this afternoon. I will be coming to you live for now every Friday, once a week. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. I misspoke. Every Saturday, once a week at 2 p.m. We will do that. And if anything happens and the time changes, we will definitely notify our viewers via YouTube or other means that we can get to you, text and WhatsApp. Thank you so much, everyone. And we look forward to basically hearing your question, and we will do our best to answer your question. So at this time, because we're running out of time, I'm going to stop, and we're going to open the phone line. If there is anyone that has got a question that you want to ask about anything that we are talking about under legal analysis, social issues, faith, culture, and business, you are welcome to call in and ask your question. And if you cannot do that, we will also welcome your text or WhatsApp. If you can't call in, we can, see your text and WhatsApp, and we will definitely respond accordingly to the best of our knowledge. Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you for watching with us this afternoon. We really thank you, we bless you, and we look forward to your continued support. While we are waiting, the lines are open for you to call in if you have any questions. Our number here is 929-600-3147. The number is 929-600-3147. 929-600-3147. So we're looking forward to your call, your texts, your WhatsApp message. And if you are not able to text, call, or WhatsApp, and you simply believe in sending us an email, you can also do so by sending your email to prince@adekoya.nyc. prince@adekoya.nyc, and we'll do our best to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Now, while we are waiting for, good, all right, we have a caller here. Okay, we have a caller here calling in. So it will be our honor to hear from you. Can you please tell us where you're calling from? Hello, can you please tell us where you're calling from? Okay, I think we lost that caller. We lost that caller, so hoping that the person will call back again. We'll still have definitely a few more minutes before the end of this segment. Ask Adekoya is your show. We are your friend, we are your family. We just want to make sure that what is being disseminated is the proper information. A lot of things is going on around our world today. And the best thing that we can do for humanity in order to make sure that we are on the right path is definitely to speak the truth as we know it and give the right advice or suggestions to matter. They may seem minor to other people, but very vital to some. So that's why we're here. So I am looking at, we have a caller basically from California right now. And I am reading the text. And the question is, hello, sir. I am glad and excited to be here. This is going to be a great platform. I am glad you mentioned faith and religion. Do you think we can totally separate the two? Kudos, sir. Yes, absolutely. To the person testing from California. Yes, you can definitely separate faith, and religion. Of course, we mentioned faith and culture, but the question is faith and religion. Yes, we can separate faith and religion. You see, when you talk about faith, as the Bible defines it, is substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen, is faith. And when you talk about religion, your religion simply means your way of worship, how you worship. Your doctrine of worship is what religion is. You see, when you talk about religion, in this world of today, there is over 700,000 religions out there. And the religions that are on the mainstream are pretty much the popular one that we are reckon with or familiar with. And those will be like Christianity, Judaism, Muslim, which is Islamic as well, and Buddhism, spiritualism, the Santeria, and many, many more, just to mention a few. But with the few ones that I've mentioned, I think most of us are familiar with those things. However, the question is if we can separate faith from religion. Absolutely, faith can be separated from religion. Because if you are talking about faith, faith is your trust, your absolute trust, not partial trust, your absolute trust in your God. Because we're talking about religion right now. We're not talking faith as it applies to other things, but we're talking about faith as it applies to religion and original meaning of faith. So faith is having a trust, having a belief, in this case, in your God, the God that you serve, that your faith can move a mountain. Even the Bible says if you have a little faith, as little as a mustard seed, you can tell the mountain to move and it will move. That's faith, trust, and belief. That as you say so, so shall it be. Because you have faith in a God that is a God of action, a God that you know when you call upon him truthfully, it will answer you. That's where faith comes to work. You are not having faith in human being or thing that you are not sure can answer your prayers or question or wish. You understand? So the faith is your absolute trust in God, your absolute belief in God is what faith is. So when you have faith in God, that does not mean you have faith in religion. Religion, in other words, is an organization, is a sect. It's part of like people coming together to want to be a Christian and people coming together to want to be a Muslim. By so doing, they establish some kind of rules and procedure to go by. So there are a long list of rules, which sometimes some of them include what you call laws, not only rules, but laws and rule governs religion. But faith is not governed by rules and religion or law. Faith is governed by your belief in God. So believing in God wholeheartedly, just like Abraham did, just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did, just as Queen Esther did, just as David did, and several others in the Bible. describe and define what faith is. But religion is probably believing in God through something else, or believing in something else, or belonging to an association, a class of people that wants to practice something, but there's always an intermediary. There's always some kind of rule, laws that governs religion. But there is no rule and there is no law that governs faith. Faith is absolutely free, and faith depends on you. Faith does not depend on God. Faith depends on you believing in your God. It's what faith is. So I hope that I have answered your question, and we're hoping as this program continues that we'll be able to expatiate more about faith and culture, or faith and religion. Thank you so much for that wonderful question. Actually, I am charged by that question, asking faith and religion. That's a very great question, and that has caused a lot of confusion in our world, in our society. So some people cannot separate their faith from their religion. And until you know how to do that, that's when you can be that promised child that God had created you to be. You have to know how to separate your faith from culture or faith from religion. Religion, remember, is an association, it's an organization. And by the way, most of them are registered as a nonprofit. Okay, good. Thank you so much for that question. And we look forward to more of that. So as we are winding down and coming to the end of this segment, Ask Adekoya, it is 2:37, and hopefully we will be done in the next 3 minutes. If we have some other callers, we're looking forward to you calling in and joining us on this program. And if not today, we know that we will hear from you sometime next week again, at the same time and on the same YouTube channel. Please continue to look forward to being part of this great show. Ask Adekoya is here for you, whatever your question may be. We are without borders and we are without boundary. So we are willing to answer your question to the best of our ability and knowledge. And should we not have the ability to answer your question, I will guarantee you or promise you that we'll bring in some experts that will be able to break it down for you to your satisfaction. But always remember that our purpose on this program is to make sure that the truth is disseminated and conversation is meaningful to edify God and to bless our life. Not junk messages, not misinformation, not patching information that will be palatable to our viewers and listeners just because we want to attract viewership. That's not our objective. The objective here on Ask Adekoya is to be able to help everyone that have one or two questions that you don't know how to go about it, be it in legal issues, social issues, faith and culture, business, and many more. We look forward to you joining us again on this program. We have actually enjoyed spending time with you this afternoon. Don't forget to follow us on our YouTube channel. Also, like our social media pages. We will want to hear from you, because we're not online does not necessarily mean we cannot answer your question. Whenever you have your questions, look at our number, keep it on your speed dial, and send us a text, send us an email, or WhatsApp us so that we can be a blessing to you in sharing our knowledge that is God-given freely without a charge. I think that's what we're supposed to do. We are here to bring good news and blessings to our viewers and to partakers of this show. We really appreciate you, and we thank you so much for tuning in on our first edition, and we will definitely look forward to more of your participation. And thank you to the callers that have called in today and asked questions, and to those ones that have sent in tests and WhatsApp. We are looking at them, and definitely we'll find time to address them on our next segment. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you again, definitely next Saturday, God willing, at 2 p.m. Thank you, and God bless.